You're listening to Stream, the podcast that tells you what's streaming on platform for subscription, rent, or buy. We'll talk about movies coming out Tuesday, August the 18th. But first, I'm going to start off with 5 TV shows. Cursed Films Season 1. There's 5 episodes on Shudder Amazon channel and 5 episodes on Shudder. Or you can buy the complete first season on Amazon Video and Vudu. Batwoman Season 1. There's 1 episode streaming on Fubo, 8 episodes on DirecTV, 20 episodes on CW Seed, and 20 episodes on HBO Max. Or you can buy the season on Apple iTunes, Fandango Now, Vudu, Amazon Video, and Google Play Movies. The Terror Infamy Season 2 is streaming 6 episodes on Fubo and 10 episodes on Hulu. Or you can buy 10 episodes on Microsoft Store or the whole season on Vudu, Google Play, Amazon Video. SWAT, S.W.A.T. However you want to say it. It's Season 3. There's 1 episode on Amazon Prime Video, 7 episodes on Fubo TV, 16 episodes on DirecTV, and 18 episodes on CBS subscription. Or you can buy it all, 21 episodes on Microsoft Store, 21 episodes on Google Play, or you can buy the whole season on Fandango Now, Vudu, Amazon Video, or Apple iTunes. Blue Bloods Season 10. There's 10 episodes streaming on Fubo, 16 on DirecTV, and 19 on CBS subscription. Or you can buy 19 episodes on the Microsoft Store, 19 episodes on Google Play, or you can buy the whole 10th season on Vudu, Fandango Now, and Apple iTunes. Alright, now the first movie I'm going to talk about, The Barge People. A group of friends set off for a relaxing weekend away on the canals of the glorious British countryside, unaware of the flesh-eating mutants lurking in the water, ready and waiting to feed. It is a horror movie, directed by Charlie Steeds, screenwrote by Christopher Lombard. In some of the cast, it's got Matt Swells, McKenna Geiler, Mark McCurdy, and Kate Davies-Speak in it. And this one is for rent or buy on Google Play, YouTube, Vudu, Microsoft Store, and Fandango Now. Open 24 hours. 44% on Tomato Meter, 67% on audience score. A paranoid delusional woman, Mary White, has just been released from a mental hospital for setting her serial killer boyfriend on fire. Mary suffers from severe paranoia and hallucinations. Her boyfriend, James Lincoln Fields, is a brutal serial killer known as the Rain Ripper. He enjoyed murdering people and making Mary watch. After being released from the hospital, Mary's vulnerable demeanor aids her in obtaining employment at an all-night gas station. However, left alone to her own devices, her paranoia and hallucinations return with furious consequences. Things take a gruesome turn when customers and friends suddenly start turning up dead and mutilated all around her. It's rated NR. It's a horror, directed by Padraig Reynolds, written by Padraig Reynolds, 103 minutes long by 4 Digital Media. Some of the cast: Selena Giles, and then Emily Tennant as Debbie, Cole Weig as Rain Ripper, Brendan Fletcher as Bobby, and Vanessa Grass as Mary. And this one is for rent on DirecTV, or you can rent or buy it on Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Vudu, Microsoft Store, and Redbox. Emperor, 63% on Tomato Meter, 89% audience score. Emperor is inspired by the legend of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s Emperor Green, a descendant of African kings turned outlaw slave in the pre-Civil War South. Seeking freedom for his family, Emperor fights his way north, joining the daring raid on Harper's Ferry and helping alter the course of American history. It's rated PG-13 for violence throughout, language including racial epithets, and some disturbing images. It is a drama, directed by Mark Emmon, written by Mark Emmon and Pat Charles. It's 99 minutes long by Universal Pictures. Some of the cast: Bruce Dern, James Cromwell, Michael D. Williamson, Kat Graham, Naderi Naughton, and Deo Okanee. In this one, you can rent it on Flix Fling, or you can rent or buy it on Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Vudu, Microsoft Store, Redbox, and DirecTV. Deathstroke, Knights and Dragons. It's 71% on Tomato Meter, 62% audience score. Slade Wilson leads two lives. One as the relentless killer known as Deathstroke, and the other as a dedicated family man. When these worlds collide, it is the killer in Slade who must fight to save his loved ones, as well as what remains of himself. With his soul torn apart and his young son held captive, Deathstroke will have to atone for the sins of his past to fuel the battles of his future. It's rated R for strong bloody violence throughout, some language and brief sexuality, partial nudity. It's an action-adventure animation, directed by Sung Jin An, 87 minutes long by Warner Brothers Home Entertainment. Some of the cast is Castulo Guerrera, Nasir Dalal, Asher Bishop, Sasha Alexander, and Michael Chiklis. And this one is for rent or buy on Fandango Now, Vudu, Microsoft Store, Redbox, DirecTV, or you can also buy it on Amazon Video. Military Wives, 76% on Tomato Meter, 57% on audience score. Military Wives centers on a group of women from different backgrounds whose partners are away serving in Afghanistan. Faced with their loved ones' absences, they come together to form the very first Military Wives choir, helping each other through some of life's most difficult moments, and quickly find themselves on an international stage. Peter Cattaneo directs, Kristen Scott Thomas and Sharon Horgan in his feel-good pleasure inspired by true events. It's rated PG for some strong language and sexual references. It's a comedy drama, directed by Peter Cattaneo, written by Roseanne Flynn and Rachel Tunnard, 112 minutes long by Bleecker Street. Some of the cast: Gabby French as Jess, Emma Lowndes as Annie, Greg Wise as Richard, Jason Fleming as Crooks, Sharon Horgan as Lisa, and Kristen Scott Thomas as Kate. This one is streaming on Hulu and Canopy, or you can rent or buy it on Redbox, Amazon Video, Google Play, YouTube, Fandango Now, Vudu, Microsoft Store, DirecTV, and Apple iTunes. Alright, and now the last one, Prevenge. 91% on Tomato Meter, 54% on the audience score. A pitch-black, wryly British comedy from the mind of Alice Lowe, Prevenge follows Ruth, a pregnant woman on a killing spree that's as funny as it is vicious. It's her misanthropic, unborn baby dictating Ruth's actions, holding society responsible for the absence of a father. The child speaks to Ruth from the womb, coaching her to lure and ultimately kill her unsuspecting victims. Struggling with her conscience, loneliness, and a strange strain of prepartum madness, Ruth must ultimately choose between redemption and destruction at the moment of motherhood. Prevenge marks the directorial debut from Lowe, who is a triple threat, writing, directing, and acting in the film during her own pregnancy. It's rated NR. It's a art house and international comedy, drama, horror, science fiction, and fantasy. Directed by Alice Lowe, written by Alice Lowe. 88 minutes long by Western Edge Pictures. Some of the cast is Kevin Novak as Tom, Joe Hartley as Midwife, Kate Dickey as Ella, Gemma Whalen as Lynn, and Alice Lowe as Ruth. And this one is streaming on Shudder and Shudder Amazon channel. Or you can rent or buy it on Fandango Now, Vudu, Google Play, YouTube, Microsoft Store, and Apple iTunes. Or you can also buy it on Amazon Video. Alright, well that is it for Tuesday, August 18th. Have fun watching those movies. This show is brought to you by Heartland Production Entertainment. If you'd like to help to make the show better, go to patreon.com/heartlandpae.